Hey there, I'm ARTFX, and today I want to show you how to make noisy basses, like this one right here. Let's get to it. So we are going to make a new track inside Ableton, and I'm going to go here in my bass group. I'm going to create a new MIDI track, and on this track I'm going to put a synth called Serum, because I figured a lot of you guys have Serum, so it would be a good one to show this sound with. Next up, I'm going to create a MIDI clip. And in this MIDI clip, I'm going to create a few MIDI notes. Now I'm in the key of G right here, so I'm gonna stick to the key of G. And let's play this, see what it sounds like. Okay, that's too high pitched. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this down a couple of octaves. Yeah, that sounds right. And I'm also gonna create a slight gap in between the notes, just so that I'm sure that the synth will re-trigger every time a note is pressed. So just a slight gap in between them. I find that really helps to make the synths more consistent. So now for the sound itself, it's actually pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple sound, but you can do some pretty cool stuff to it. So let's say we're going to start off with a sine wave. I'm going to drop the random phase all the way down, and I'm going to bring the phase all the way down. So it starts right here, and then it goes like that. So I want it to go up first, and then down. Now we will have just a sub bass. So that's a pretty simple sub bass. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the noise oscillator, and to create these noisy kind of bass sounds, what you want to do is you want to take, well, pretty much any of these noise sounds. You can play around with them. Let's go for the J61. And then I'm going to bring up the level a bit. So that's what we get. Now, let's bring the pitch up a bit. I think that's about right, to be honest. So now what we can do is we go to the Effects tab. Now on the Effects tab, I'm going to enable the distortion module. It doesn't really do too much yet, but listen what happens when I bring that drive up quite a lot. Do you hear how suddenly it becomes very crunchy? Well, that's the sound that we're going for here, so... And we can destroy it completely, which isn't really what we're going for, but something like this sounds pretty much like what we need. Now we can play around a little bit with the different types of distortion here. So for instance, rectify will give you a completely different result. Similar for instance, asymmetrical, which doesn't sound too bad actually. It sounds pretty nice. I think I'll go with the asymmetrical one, to be honest. I like the sound of that. So now I think we're pretty much done for everything inside Serum itself. And I'm also going to create the same clip here. And now what I want to do is I want to put on a few effects here. So let's open up this EQ a bit. You can see that there's a lot of stuff going on in the low mids here, and we have a lot of crunchy stuff in the high end, which is kind of what we need. But I'm gonna try and EQ a bit around here, around this section, to see if we can make it feel a bit more consistent and a bit more bassy, because right now we are getting quite a bit of low mids. And there are a few resonant peaks here, and you can actually see it quite well if I play it. So all of those are all resonant peaks, and those are really creating an interesting sound. But you can also see that there's one in between the sub and the main bass that is pretty quiet. That one right there, which is at about 100 hertz. That one is probably the one we want to deal with. Let's see what happens if we take that one out. So let's enable the EQ here. Go to about 100 hertz. Now let's drop this down, bring the Q up as well, and then I'm going to drop it down a bit, see what happens. Okay, that doesn't really do much, so maybe we have to take care of the one that's around here. That already started to sound a bit better. Maybe actually this one. I'm just gonna drop this all together. Now let's see what this sounds like together with the other bass. Yeah, that's quite pretty much what I need. So let's have a listen. And let's turn on the sidechain compression here. Now, I feel like it needs a little more sub compared to this one, so what I could do is just very simple, go in here, because this is all on the same note. I'm not going to any different notes with this one. So what I can do is I could actually just take an EQ point here. And just boost the sub just a little. And that should do the trick. Now, you might think, maybe we need to add a little bit of noise to the other bass as well. Now, this bass is done in FM8, so it's made in FM8. It already sounds a little crunchy. Maybe if we just do some EQing on the high end. That already does the trick as well. But let's say we want to add some noise in a similar way as what we've just done in Serum. You could do it in FM8 as well, but in a slightly different way. So if I open up FM8, right here, this is the patch. I'm not going to go too much into detail in the patch right now, but if you guys want, I can do a video about this patch. Let me know in the comments if you want that. Now, the thing right here is I have the patch, which is pretty much these 4 operators right here. That's the patch, and it's running through this filter. And that filter is running through the saturator here, so it's giving it some distortion. So without the distortion, if I just send it straight to the output, that's what it sounds like. And then with the distortion, really add some good crunch to it. Now what you can do here is inside the saturator module, you also have a noise section. So currently it's set all the way down, the amp is all the way down. I've brought the cutoff all the way up and the resonance up a bit as well. And what happens now if I bring the amp up? So let's do that to about 55, something like that. And now listen to what that has done. So it sounds different than the one in Serum. I feel like the noise in FM8 is a little bit harsher. It has a resonant frequency around, I think you can even see it on the EQ. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, you have that really... There's like a frequency bump right here in the high frequencies, and if you look at the Serum one, see, it's a lot more spaced out, and it's actually going all the way up to 22K, and probably even higher than that, whereas the one in FM8 cuts off at about 18, or what is it, at about 12 kilohertz. It cuts off, so I might actually do it like what I've done in Serum, and just try and add some noise to the FM8 patch in a different way, because, yeah, as you can see, it still looks kind of low-passed, which might be a result of the filter, actually, but I'm not sure. I don't think, no, it shouldn't be a result of the filter, because the noise is added after the filter, so that... The filter is not affecting the noise, so that's not the case. So I think it's just a noise in FM8 that sounds a little bit more low-passed, maybe. Maybe if I bring the resonance up, let's see. No, that's just going to increase the bump. So, bring the resonance down also brings down that bump. I mean, that's better, but... It just acts different compared to the one in Serum. But it still works, and it kind of gives the same effect. So now with the noise added and the new bass loop, it sounds a little like this. there you have it. That's how you create those really nice, noisy kind of bass sounds that you hear a lot in drum and bass, health time, neuro hop kind of stuff. And I really love them. I really like these basses. They're really easy to work with. They're really easy to make as well. And yeah, they're just great fun to play around with. So if you like this video, then please leave a comment below this video and tell me what you want to see next. Tell me what kind of sound you want me to make. Tell me what kind of genre you are interested in. Just let me know in the comments below and I'll try and see if I can do a video about that. Now, other than that, if you want to be a member of my Discord community, then in the description below this video you can find an invite link to my Discord server. There's currently over 700 members in that Discord community, and a lot of them are actually interested in making drum and bass. So if you guys want to get better at that and just have a chat with other like-minded people, then come and join the Discord community, and I would love to see you guys there. You can request feedback on your tracks, you can help others by giving them feedback, you can ask your questions about music production, about mixing and mastering, about sound design, whatever you want. Come have a look and we'll be there to help you out. So, other than that, I hope to see you guys back again upcoming Friday, 8 PM Central European time, for some music production. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, so if you have a request, let me know. It's gonna be a live stream again, and I'll be doing some feedback as well in the end. So if you want to be a part of that, then tune in upcoming Friday. So that's it for this video, and I hope to see you back soon. Peace!